From the borough of Queens in Flushing, New York, welcome to beautiful Citi Field. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the Milwaukee Brewers and the New York Mets. Which of these two will prevail? Next on the show. Jacob deGrom, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, his batting average against this year is under 250. He's really had his way with the offense.
Jonathan Villar makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Milwaukee, shortstop, Jonathan Villar.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box.
First bench, 4-10.
The windup and the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. These Mets, EK, as they take the field here today, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
And it's been a little bit of a rocky start to the homestand. Just one win to show for their first 4 games. I think it starts with the pitching. They've got to get a good performance out of this starter if they want to turn around their fortune.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. And a look now at the batting order for the visiting Milwaukee Brewers. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, Matt, I think you got to keep an eye on the Hebrew Hammer, Ryan Braun. He's been hitting the cover off the ball lately, batting over 350 in the last 10 games.
Scooter Gennett will step in now. He drove in his club's only run a night ago.
Well, guys, one good game does not a season make. He's been hitting under 250 over his last 10 games, so hopefully he's figured something out.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Our temperature at first pitch and even 70 degrees here this afternoon. Bases are empty, 1 man out. This is lifted out to left. Conforto on the move. He gets there, but he missed it. Around first, on his way to second now.
Batting third.
Yeah, it looked like a fairly routine play there. Don't know if he took his eye off it or what, but he winds up basically whiffing on the catch, and that's going to wind up a 2-base error.
Here's Ryan Braun now. As he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. He comes in 1 tick shy of 300 at 299. 4 home runs and 16 RBIs. 1 out and a runner on second base. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Looks like he's not going to see anything here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They gave him 2 shots to see if he'd go out of the zone to try to chase, and after that, I'm thinking they should just put him on.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now. Green light here on 3-0.
Yeah, I want my run producer swinging the bat. If it's my number 7 hitter, probably not.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. And he gets this fastball over. Back to 3-1 now. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, Matt, there is some feeling that Jansen can struggle occasionally with pitches on the corners. I've seen both hitters and pitchers be confused by his calls on the black at times, so we'll see if that shows up in this one.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. The throw home. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. And he is in to score from second as the throwing mistake defensively came back to factor into that one.
This is a good sign. Coming off a game where you only scored one run, to get on the board first here in the very first inning, that should help these guys relax a little bit and not make them feel like they've got a press up there.
Jonathan Lucroy will come forward now, back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Walker has it for Cabrera for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Zach Davies for game 2. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, Matty, he's looking to knock down that ERA. You see there, he's into the fours, looking to have a little better start than what he's been accustomed to.
Curtis Granderson comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading up for the Mets, right fielder, Curtis Granderson.
And that swung on and missed for strike one. Eric Karros, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
And they got both the series and the road trip off to a good start with the win yesterday, so they'll be aiming to keep it going here.
And he falls behind 0-2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed by Granderson, and that's the first out of the inning. Time now to take a look at Terry Collins' Mets starting lineup in this one. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Yeah, you know, I love what the Grandy man, Curtis Granderson, does for this ball club. He comes into this one as Mr. Clutch in this lineup, carrying a batting average with runners in scoring position over 350. That's pretty reliable, so he could definitely be an impact player in this game.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And now a swing and a miss by Cabrera as he falls behind 0 balls and 2 strikes.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
And he gripped that one a bit too tightly as it broke down and just about got him.
You got to be careful with that inside location on 0-2. The last thing you want to do is hit him.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And these long at-bats give you a good sense of what a guy's featuring here in the first inning.
Line to the right side. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. Oh, and he botches it.
Oh, and that's a good sign right there. They're really hoping to get him going out of that 2 spot. And he comes through big time right here with a first inning single.
Michael Conforto takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and 1 away. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup. 0-1.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Got him. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Brewers defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, Ryan Braun has always been known as one of those power hitters. But he's also got a power arm and can cover some ground in that outfield. Very reliable, plays a smart defensive outfield. Always an asset in any game.
Yoenis Cespedes will stand in now. Happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. Into the seats, 0-1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. A runner on first with 2 away. And oh, look out! Up and in and nearly took his head off.
Huh. Safe to say, guys don't care much for that location. That'll get you riled up the plate, no doubt.
That misses, and it's going to set up a big pitch now, 3-2. And now the runners will get a head start here with 2 away.
And that's an important factor, too, because that's the tying run over there at first base. So he's likely scoring on an extra base hit.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Throw over to first, and the runner back.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
2 out with the man at first. And again a throw, and he is tagged out here. Boy, a bad mistake that time as he's picked off to end the inning.
Oh, that cannot happen.
Chris Carter will stand in, and he wasn't alone in wearing the collar in last night's ball game, in which the team could muster all of 1 run.
Well, guys, he's really been scuffling lately, hitting under 250 over his last 10 games. So he's going to be looking to turn this thing around sometime soon.
Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Granderson going back at the track. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. It's a solo shot here for Chris Carter. 7 home runs for him on the year now. And the Brewers move out in front now 2-0.
You want to talk about instant offense? How about the first pitch of the inning? He's just hoping to get ahead here with a first pitch strike, but now all of a sudden, he's got a guy circling the bases.
Domingo Santana will stand in, currently 8th in the National League in hitting to enter play.
Yeah, and he leads his ball club in hitting, so he's a guy that they really look to offensively.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Bases are empty here. Nobody out. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1.
And if he wants to turn things around, that's a pitch that he's going to need to start locating better.
This is line to left, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is called in for the first out. With a moment now, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Kirk Neuenhuis will stand in, and as you can see the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road. First offering on its way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Waiting on it is Granderson as he takes it for the second out.
With the 0-2 count, he was really forced to protect the plate, and you can see this ball's not even in the strike zone, but he chases after it anyway, and he lifts this for an easy fly ball.
So here's Aaron Hill. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 2 home runs, 9 driven in. Two out, nobody on. And a swing, and here's another big drive as this ball sent high and deep to left center field. And the long ball will burn him for the second time in the inning. Another home run. A solo home run here for Aaron Hill. And the Brewers have now taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, they're starting to make it look awfully easy out there. He gets a pitch he can handle. This becomes their second home run here in the inning, so they're starting to get some pretty good swings against him now.
Standing in now, Zach Davies. As he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Just missing here, 2-0.
Well, he's just going to go right on taking pitches. You have to throw strikes here with 2 outs, especially when you got the pitcher up there.
That one's more like it, he says. Back to 2-1 now.
And at the plate, if you've got an umpire helping you out, no reason to go after a borderline pitch on 2-0.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. Jonathan Villar would be next. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Heading out towards shallow right. Granderson is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Brewers 3 and the Mets nothing. Yultz will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
Well, you got to figure that this guy's going to come out here free and easy here in the second. He's got a 3-run cushion already. No reason not to come right after these guys.
Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
And this is all about handling a guy like this with kid gloves. You know, walk him if you have to, but don't let him be the one to beat you.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Braun has a beat on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
And you know, he's kind of going through a stretch right now where the ball just isn't jumping off his bat. He's got a good pitch to hit right here. Looked like he put a good swing on it, but it just didn't go anywhere.
Neil Walker will stand in here, and like so many others, hitless in the shutout last night.
Well, kind of more of the same for him, guys. I mean, you can see that he's not sporting the strongest batting average this year.
Hit to first. Over to the bag with it is Carter to record the unassisted putout.
Batting sixth, first baseman, Rene Rivera.
Rene Rivera gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Here's the first pitch to him. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. 2 out, nobody on. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Oh no, that screaming comebacker nailed him. Safe after the recovery throw. Good effort, but now we have to wonder whether or not he's going to be okay.
Gotta hope he's okay on the mound.
And now they'll hustle out there and attend to their pitcher, and that was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee. But if there's one thing I know about this guy, he will not want to come out of this game, and from all indications, it looks like he's going to try to continue. Kevin Plawecki will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Hey, you never know. Things might be looking up for this guy. He's hitting over 300 in his last 10 games, even though his season average doesn't look that good.
He's set. Here it comes. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
That first pitch change can be a tough one. A guy doesn't have any point of reference to work from, and he just can't help himself up there.
That misses. 1 ball and 1 strike here to the Mets backstop.
Yeah, trying to go front door with that breaking ball. Started it a little too far inside, though.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
And that's exactly where you want to put that thing. Start it right down the middle and trust that its action will cause it to drop. The 1-2 pitch.
Tries to get him to chase the curveball away, but it breaks outside. 2-2 now.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
A runner on first with 2 away. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. This pitch misses for ball 4, so that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
And it looked like he was on his way to breezing through this half inning. But then a base hit, now a walk here with 2 away, and that's opened the door for these guys to maybe do some damage after all.
Jacob deGrom gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Pitch count already becoming a factor. He's at 34 now, still not out of the second inning.
2 down, runners at first and second. Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 2 left for the Mets. Still down 3-0. Jonathan Villar is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
In there, strike 1. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
So far, he's the only guy that struck out for these guys. He's in danger of making it 2 now.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. This is hit the other way out toward left field. 1 away here to begin the third.
The batter, number 2.
You know what? I think he's got the right idea here with 2 strikes. All he's trying to do is shorten up and drive the ball the other way. But he didn't square it up quite the way he'd like to, and he just lofts it into the outfield for an easy out.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. And he lays off there, 1-0.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Up top, it's 2-0. High in the air out to center field. Cespedes is there. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Well, they took him up the ladder right there with the fastball, and he actually did a pretty good job to get wood on it at all. But it's still an easy play out there in center field.
Settling in now, Ryan Braun. He reached on a single in his first try. Now a swing and a ball lofted down the right field line and fairly deep. Around first, heading for second now. And now this will get over the wall down the line out there for a ground rule double.
That's the way you like to see your guys attack the baseball. The pitch is away, so he goes the other way, and this ball winds up hopping over the wall for a ground rule double.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. That's now 14 doubles on the season so far. Skied into straightaway right. Granderson's after it. And that retires the side. Danger averted following the two-out double. More of the show. Saturday baseball after this. Matt Reynolds stand in back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday.
Third baseman, Matt Reynolds.
And this one's down off the shoe tops, 1-0. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
Chopped foul right at home plate.
Nope,
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
And this is down at the knees, but called a strike. Wow, it's 3-2 now. Makeup call there?
I don't know, but let's just say they're even.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he takes strike three called on the fastball, one gone.
Yeah, taking the 3-1 pitch, I can understand. That was borderline at best, but he's got no excuses on this one. That pitch is right there.
Stepping in now, Curtis Granderson. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. One out, nobody on. That's inside. 2-0.
Two really close pitches to kick off this at-bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with two good takes.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. At the very least, he certainly established the inside part of the plate.
Yeah, but it's not going to do him a whole lot of good if none of those can find the strike zone.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. Bases are empty, one man out. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
The shortstop, number 13,
Asdrubal Cabrera is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. From the stretch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Neuenhuis giving chase, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
You see this ball start slicing away from him toward the end here, but he winds up staying right with it and running it down.
Into the box, Michael Conforto, as he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. The 0-2 home. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Mets strand 1. They trail in this one 3-0. Chris Carter is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
The first baseman, number 33, Chris Carter.
Into the windup and the pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Now Carter with a big swing as he lifts this one high in the air out to deep left field. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Way outside. 1-2.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. So now might be a good time to call on that 2-seamer running in.
They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. On the ground up the middle. And that'll get on through into center field, so he's got himself a leadoff single. So another multi-hit game for him as he's aboard here in the top of the 4th inning. And as we check out the Brewers team leaders, we can see he's currently 4th best on this Milwaukee ball club.
Well, he hasn't exactly been tearing the league apart, but he's making enough noise with the bat to be respected. Clearly, he's a large piece of this offense.
Domingo Santana is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball that's 1-0.
You know, guys, these hitters have had a good look at that slider so far, and they've been told, let that thing go and wait for something better out over the plate.
Nobody out, runner on first. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. A lot of balls down in the zone in the last inning or so.
And I think that's in response to getting bit by those 2 home run balls. He might be a little leery of challenging guys right now, and I don't blame him. Keep it down there.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
And you can't really say he's been dominant on the mound, but when he moves his pitches around, that's what makes him so effective. And this at-bat right here, it's a great example of what I'm talking about.
In now, Kirk Neuenhuis, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Three runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. A little bouncer. And this is going to work out for him. It's an infield single to make it first and second now.
And here's a situation where, heck, just make contact. Put the ball in play. You never know. Winds up beating this ball out.
Aaron Hill stands in again. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first plate appearance.
I can't imagine they're going to give him anything to hit this time around.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Line drive to left. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away.
This is a nice play out there in left center. I figured once this ball got down, they'd try and wave that runner around third, but he gets it in quickly out there, and they force that third base coach to throw up the stop sign.
Standing in now, Zach Davies, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. Scooped up. He'll come home with it. They get the force at the plate. Back to first, and a great stretch there may be the difference. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Yoenis is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that misses inside. 1-0. That evens it up. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
Oh, I think you'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
Boy, and he's not too thrilled with that call out there on the mound. And you know what? I don't blame him. I mean, have a look where this pitch is. That catches an awful lot of the plate, and I think I'd be mad if I were him.
Here's Neil Walker. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Well, not really how you want to start the next guy after a walk. That pitch isn't even close.
throw over to the bag and a dive, but he's back.
Just checking.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Hot shot on the ground is short. He's got it. One there. On to Carter, and it's in time for a double play.
Well, if you want to go by the numbers, somewhere around 37% of leadoff walks come around to score. Now, EK, I know you didn't know that, but that won't be an issue here as he bounces right back and he gets himself the double play.
Stepping in now, Rene Rivera. As he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swung on and missed. 1-1.
And we've seen a lot of that pitch here in the first 4 innings, and it's been real effective for him, and that's another example right there.
A ball and 2 strikes. The count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
And this has been a common problem for all of these guys. They just can't lay off that pitch down and away.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. Two out, nobody on. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Mets go down quickly. They trail it here 3-0. Jonathan Villar heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Well, that's a huge difference between being 0-2 and 1-1 as a hitter, especially against a guy like this on the mound. So that's a good job to hold up on that pitch.
Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Ready on 1-2. And that's going to be high. 2-2 now.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
This is swung on and popped up, crossing into foul territory now behind third. And the leadoff man gone now to start the 5th.
And this is right where they wanted this thing. You see it on show track there? They wanted to take him up around the letters, hoping for the pop-up, and that's exactly what they got.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Hot shot down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but it gets by the glove down the line.
And from his perspective on the mound, I think that's exactly where he wanted to throw that pitch. You can see it's tailing down and out of the strike zone, but he just sticks his bat out there and winds up taking it the other way.
Here's Ryan Braun now. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Set to deliver the 0-1. Drilled on the ground to short. Here's Walker for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Brewers go down quietly, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Kevin Plawecki will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the fifth. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Hit hard down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
And even though they've been out-hit by 5 so far, this is still just a 3-0 game, so they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
Alejandro De Aza will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Number 16, Alejandro De Aza.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Two and 0 now.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
No runs, 3 hits. 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And, of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now. Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. Dribbled up the line. And he'll smartly just ensure that this stays a foul ball. And he lays off, ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
First and second now after the walk, and they haven't gotten much going offensively against this guy at all. So this is about as good an opportunity as they've had.
Matt Reynolds will stand in now with 2 on here and nobody out to begin the inning.
And on the mound, he hasn't found himself in too many rough spots so far, so this might be his first real test of the ballgame.
First pitch of the at-bat. Bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And he will not have a play behind him. It's an infield single. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Matt Reynolds has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer, and as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well, and in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like, but there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
Curtis Granderson will stand in now in one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame to this point, as he'll do so with the bases loaded.
And that key hit, it still hasn't shown up yet. And like you say, you've got the bases loaded. You just wonder how many more of these opportunities are you going to get?
There's a first pitch curveball trying to come back to the outside corner. Didn't get it that time. It's ball one.
Well, right here is where you've got to be smart out there. They've got nowhere to put you, so we probably won't be working the corners.
Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, he's starting to put himself into a no-win situation. Obviously, you don't want to walk home a run, but you can't just throw a cookie in there because he could bring in 4 with one swing.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
Good spot for the change there, and that'll knot things up at 2-2.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Bases loaded here, nobody out. And this misses, so it'll set up a big pitch coming up. It's full 3-2.
Now you can't think corner or perfect pitch here on the mound. This has got to be somewhere near the middle, and you just got to hope you get lucky.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Oh, and he struck him out. A big strikeout there with the bases loaded, and that's the first out of the inning.
Oh, that is a great call right there. They really needed a strikeout in that spot, and they got it. And now with 1 away, you can even get out of this scot-free if you can get a ground ball here.
As Drupal Cabrera will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Barehanded on the hop. There's one. Not in time.
Man, almost a great play.
Great effort, but that'll go into the books as a hit.
Yeah, really no shot at 2 on a high chopper like that one. They do wind up getting the force at second, but that runner from third is able to just waltz in and score.
Michael Conforto will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called to strike anyway. 0-2 now.
And with some of these guys, it's like they're in an 0-2 count before they even come to the plate.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Where are you going here?
I'm throwing that same pitch again. Make him prove that his plate discipline is such that he can lay off it twice in a row.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
That's a good idea, 1 and 2 right there, just to see if he'd chase. But now with the count even, I think this one has to be in the strike zone because you don't want to run the risk of loading the bases for the cleanup guy.
Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Boy, sure taking his sweet time down there at the plate. He'll step out yet again. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Braun. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Mets played a run on a couple of hits. 5 innings complete. It's the Brewers 3 and the Mets 1. Hansel Robles will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 47, Hansel Robles.
Jonathan Lucroy will stride in as he'll be tasked with starting out things in the Brewers' half of the 6th.
Lucroy.
This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. Now the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone and is probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Sent on the ground out to second. Walker's got it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Up next,
yeah, and he had to range deep for this one, and you've also got to worry about that ball hitting the lip of the outfield grass. So you got to hang with it just like he did, and he made a nice play.
Chris Carter will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. First delivery to him on the way. Hit hard back up the middle, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Well, I think I'm about ready to declare his cold streak over. He's broken out of it in a big way here. His 3rd hit of the ball game, and he looks as good as gold to my eyes.
Domingo Santana will stand in again. He lined out his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time up.
Yeah, we'll see if he can get back to the swing he put on the ball in his first at-bat. He got himself a nice solid line drive that just didn't fall.
Granderson racing back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
Pretty fortunate he was able to keep this ball fair. This is pretty close down the line. You see it winding up, one hopping the wall down there, and that allows him to cruise into second with 2 bases.
And there's ball 4 now, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force at the plate is in order.
Probably a good move to go ahead and put him on there. Now with 1 out, they can get the matchup they want, and they can still go after a ground ball to get him out of it.
Aaron Hill steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. And likely nothing up at third, but he'll step off and look him back anyway. First pitch on its way. And he takes ball 1. And he's got to be careful now that some of these borderline calls don't get him started going downhill.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really easy to dwell on those, but you have to keep looking forward. It's not easy, but you've got to do it if you want to have success.
We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. And there to bring it in is Cabrera for out number 2.
Boy, that's just a nice pitch right there with the bases loaded. He gets an infield fly out of it for a big second out. And now he's given himself a much better chance to get out of this mess.
Zach Davies will stand in now with the bases loaded, 2 away, and a chance to really help himself out.
And at the very least, he's got to focus on getting something in play. He can really help himself out with just a simple single here.
And that's in there for strike 1.
Now here on the mound, you cannot take it easy on the pitcher here with 2 outs. He can still bloop one in there and drive home 2, so you need to be thinking strikeout all the way.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Brewers leave them loaded, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Yoenis Cespedes to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the 1 run. That's it.
Action now in the Milwaukee bullpen as they'll have a right-hander loosen up. In need of a quick inning here, but he starts this one with a ball. It's 1-0. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that 2-seamer to right-handed hitters. Make sure that pitch gets inside instead of staying out over the plate. That one ran just a little too much to catch the corner.
Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here. A solo home run here off the bat of Yoenis Cespedes. Number 11 for him on the season, and the Mets have made this a 3-2 ball game.
About the only silver lining to this one from a defensive point of view is it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. You can survive it when this guy's hitting solo shots, but if he's doing this with 2 or 3 men on base, then things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Now batting.
Here's Neil Walker.
Second baseman, Neil Walker.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. 0-1 pitch on its way. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. 0-2 count and the pitch. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
That's the way you want to see guys respond after giving up a home run. You know, some guys, they go into a shell, they hang their heads. Some guys get a little gun shy, they start to nibble at the corners. This guy, he gets teed off, and he comes right after the next guy in the lineup. If I'm a pitching coach, that's what I want to see.
Into the box now, Rene Rivera. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1.
An 89-mile-an-hour fastball is not overpowering by any stretch, but it sure had him on his back foot.
Hard liner toward short, but right at the shortstop for the second out.
Oh, you can feel for him, too, because you know exactly what's going through his mind right there. You can't believe it. You know when you're going good at the plate, all the little flares and bleeders, they all start going your way and they fall in. But when you're scuffling like he has, even the Rockets find a glove.
Into the box, Kevin Plawecki. As he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike 1. And a pitch up and in, keeping him honest, 1-1. And with just 5 2/3 innings under his belt, he's about to hit the century mark in his pitch count now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. One and two as the changeup had him out in front there.
And this has been a pretty good comeback from that leadoff home run. 2 straight outs now and 2 strikes here as well.
And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Mets draw a hair closer thanks to the solo home run. Top of the order due up to start the 7th. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. We're on to the 7th now with the Brewers out on top. If you're joining us late, good time to get caught up as there's our game summary to this point. Jonathan Villar is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Hits this one hard the other way. Gloved by Walker. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Number 2, second baseman, Scooter Gennett.
Scooter Gennett gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Little dribbler down the line, and that is off the first base bag, and they'll recover and get an out on the play. My goodness.
Number 8, Ryan Braun.
Ryan Braun ready for another at bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Here comes the first pitch. Line toward right center. So he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one.
Yeah, he's swinging a pretty hot bat here. 3 for 4 now after the base hit. That wasn't a little bleeder. That ball was smoked.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. On the move is Braun. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. One hit in the inning, but no one left. Seventh inning stretch time here at the ballpark. It's the Brewers 3 and the Mets 2.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher set to take over, the hard-throwing right-hander Blaine Boyer. Hansel Robles will come on, and as he's newly entered into the ballgame, he'll get his first plate appearance now here in inning number 7. David Wright will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
And it's quickly 0-2. Here it comes. And a good 0-2 pitch there, but Wright able to lay off to make it a ball and 2 strikes. Drilled to the right side. And that's going to be a base hit. So a great job off the bench as he's aboard to kick off their half of the inning.
And not only is that going to put the tying run on base to start the bottom of the 7th, that's also going to get this crowd involved a bit more too.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Matt Reynolds, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Yeah, and he had his first major league hit earlier in the game. How about a 2-hit game to start things out? Attaboy.
So striding in, Curtis Granderson, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking strikeout double play out there on the mound. One or the other is what you really need.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Oh, 2 count. Here's the pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
I love a guy that comes in late in the game and shows emotion on the mound. You got a guy in scoring position. You come up with a big punch out like that one right there, you better be fired up.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. The 0-2 delivery. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Braun waits on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
The left fielder, number 30, Michael Conforto.
Michael Conforto will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances. But he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called to strike anyway. 0-2 now.
And you get the sense that he's starting to figure things out. He lets the first 2 men of the inning reach. Now he's settled down, and he's close to getting out of this thing with a 0.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Brewers 3 and the Mets 2. Addison Reed will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Addison Reed.
Leading off the inning, Jonathan Lucroy, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. And there's a base hit, so a chance to add a little insurance here as the leadoff man is on to start the 8th.
And this is what folks mean when they talk about time in the fastball. He looks at the first pitch just to get a feel for the speed, the movement, and then when it comes again, now he knows how to handle it.
Chris Carter steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. And a strike to even the count, 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top, and just fire that thing in there.
This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Reed's ready. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Huh. That strike zone has opened up a little bit here in the late going. That's a tough pill to swallow in a spot like this, but nothing you can do about it now.
Domingo Santana will dig in. He doubled his last time.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
And he's probably not going to throw too many first-pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Driven out to deep left center field. Conforto racing back, but he won't get there. It falls in. Lucroy will hit third and head for the plate. And the run will score all the way from first. It's 4-2.
And in a game like this, there's no telling how important an insurance run that may turn out to be. He plates that run on the RBI double to make it a 2-run lead now, which may not sound like that much, but it makes a world of difference for anyone who's coming in to try to close this game.
Kirk Neuenhuis takes his turn now, looking to add some insurance to their lead in the form of that run standing out at second base. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. One out and a runner on second base. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
As you can see right here, his timing just seems to be off a little bit at the plate right now. And you know what? That can happen during the course of the season. You're not always going to have your good swing. And he's the kind of guy that's got a lot of moving parts in that swing. So maybe he's at the point now in the season where he might need just a little time off so he can get back to the basics.
So here's Aaron Hill, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a classic 0-2 pitch as the changeup misses low, and it's 1-2 now.
Well, that's a good take there with 2 strikes. That wasn't an easy one to lay off of.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Don't quite know where that one missed, but it's not for me to decide. 3-2.
Oh, the crowd thought they had him, but definitely outside. Not by a whole lot, though.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Granderson has a play. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Brewers get a run on the RBI double. On now to the bottom of inning number 8, and Milwaukee's taking a 4-2 lead. Now the skipper's toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Sam Freeman is going to come on in relief as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season.
Number 71, Sam Freeman. Now playing center field and batting in the 9th spot.
Leading off the inning, Yoenis Cespedes, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And this is low, ball 1. Oh, tough to catch up when it's moving like that.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy. You don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
1-1, here it is. And they'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
3-1, here it is. And the count will be full. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
You know, when you're holding on to a slim lead, You just can't walk the leadoff guy. I mean, those are the ones that really come back to haunt you. So he's really going to need to work towards getting a ground ball here.
Neil Walker will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
From the belt, kicks and deals. High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball one. Slapped hard the opposite way. A dive, but it's off his glove. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning. So as he favors that right leg, it looks like he's going to have to come out of the game. He is coming off on his own power, however, so hopefully it's only a minor injury. Ramon Flores is going to come in now and take over following the injury.
Number 61.
Rene Rivera will stand in, and his guys have got something cooking now with 2 on and nobody out.
And down by 2, this is a good opportunity to try to put yourselves level.
Rene Rivera.
He's set and the pitch. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball one.
And this is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from you, so you got to suck it up.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
He ties him up with a fastball inside, 1-2.
Yeah, same pitch, same result, and he's late on it again.
And that misses 2-2.
94 on the outer edge. You can't help but take that.
Fastball is outside. It's full now, 3-2. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. A dive, but he's back. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he missed with it. Ball 4. So that means now the potential tying run will move into scoring position at second.
You can't fault the pitch selection or the location there. It's well placed. Maybe just a hair off the outside corner. But 3-2, that's where you want to be.
Jeremy Jeffress will be summoned into the toughest situation a reliever can face. Bases are loaded with nobody out. Kevin Plawecki will stand in against the new pitcher, and he couldn't ask for a better scenario as he stands in with the bases loaded and nobody out. Comes set, now the pitch. Tap fouled at home plate. Possible tying and go-ahead runs on base, nobody out. Runs up and gets this one down. Throw to first in time, but the safety squeeze there gets him a run.
Maybe kind of an unconventional way here to score that run from third, but it's going to work out. This is not a squeeze play. He's trying to beat this one out, but it's going to work exactly like a squeeze play. They get that out at first, but they cannot prevent that run from coming in to score.
So stepping in, David Wright, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. And they just don't want any part of Wright at the plate, so he'll reach first via the intentional walk.
The pitcher, number 43, Addison Reed.
Eric Campbell will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 29, Eric Campbell.
He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. Throw to first in time, but the safety squeeze there gets him a run.
Well, this one right here wasn't a full-on suicide squeeze. This was a safety squeeze because that runner at third wasn't breaking on the pitch. But it doesn't matter what you're going to call it at the end. Either way, that's an RBI and a job well done.
So two are gone in the Mets half of the eighth, and we'll go back to the top of the lineup now for Curtis Granderson. Now some movement out in the Milwaukee bullpen. Both the lefty and a right-hander have begun to stretch it out. And ball four here on the intentional walk, so now they'll have a force at any base with two gone.
And this is probably the right decision here with two outs. Too many things can go wrong when you let him swing the bat.
As Dribble Cabrera stands in, the eighth batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and two away.
Yeah, you know, and this could get ugly in a hurry. Or pretty, I guess, depending on which dugout you're sitting in.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Bases are loaded here, two down. Fastball, and that thing's a blur up there, folks. 1-1. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. One and two, here it comes. Struck him out, and the potential go-ahead run is left stranded at third. So they do strike for two, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. Ninth inning coming up, and we are tied 4-4. Antonio Bastardo will enter now to start the ninth inning, as his job will be keeping the game tied until the bottom half. Ready now, Alex Presley. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Center fielder, Alex Presley.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Swing and a miss. Looked like a slider there. A ball and a strike.
And he's always so tough on left-handed hitters. That slider is just so difficult to pick up. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball two.
And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. The 2-2 pitch. Still 2-2. A shot down the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Jonathan Villar.
Jonathan Villar will step in. A ground out victim as last time.
Yeah, ground out last time, but you know, with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays the game. Put the ball on the ground and force the defense to make a clean, quick play on him, because if they don't, he's safe.
Oh, 0-1 count, and the pitch. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Rivera is over, and he tucks it away for the second out.
This is exactly what he needed after his guys came back to tie the ball game. He's only 1 out away from a shutdown inning.
Scooter Gennett strides in, grounded out his last time through. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
If there's one guy on this roster that wants the ball in a moment like this, this is the guy.
2 out, nobody on. This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
And guys, this has been just what the doctor ordered out of the bullpen.
Yeah, they needed him to come in and give him a strong inning, and he's done exactly that.
1-1, here it comes. Popped high in the air. Walker is there for it. And the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. Still all square at 4 apiece. Tyler Thornburg will come on outs here to try to send this game to extra innings.
Tyler Thornburg.
Michael Conforto struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0 for 4 ball game with a base hit right here.
Oh, man, it's never fun to go over, but let's see if he can find a way to climb out of it.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
And again, they try to take him down in the strike zone just to see if he'll go after that pitch below the knees. But with 2 strikes, he's been able to lay off that thing now twice in a row.
And a breaking ball down and in here as he's got to hop out of the way there.
Well, it looked like he had things in control to start him out. Well, now he's running from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last one wasn't even close.
Oh, and he lets him off the hook there as this isn't even close for ball 4.
That's a real good at-bat there. He fell behind 1-2 right out of the gate, but instead of going out of the zone to protect, he was able to lay off 3 straight and get his guys a leadoff base runner.
Yoenis Cespedes will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Down on the shins and missed with it, ball 1. Nervous time now in that third base dugout.
Heck, nervous time up here. My heart's racing, and I'm just watching this game.
Possible winning run aboard here. Nobody out. That's wide, 2-0.
Sometimes you just let a guy work his own way into trouble and then take advantage.
Here he comes on 2-0. Ripped on the ground to first. To second for one. On to first, and Cespedes grounds into a double play.
Well, so much for getting the winning run on base to start the inning. That's just a perfect pitch here to get the ground ball double play, and now just an out away from extra innings.
Here's Neil Walker. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 0-1. And this is fouled back and out of play. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that the side is retired. Nothing doing for the Metropolitans. Score remains tied at 4. Stepping in, Ryan Braun. He singled his last time up.
The left fielder, number 8, Ryan Braun.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Called strike 0-2.
0-2.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Braun can't come up with that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Well, when you talk about a great 1-2 combination, here it is. Go high and tight on the previous pitch and then low and away for the punch out. That's a great job of changing the line of sight for the hitter, and it really paid off there.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. One out, nobody on. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball, close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Granderson on the move. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
2 quick outs here to start things off. Can't ask for much more than this in extra innings. Hold serve, and then give your guys a shot to win in the bottom half.
Chris Carter steps in and perhaps looking to drive another one out of the park just like he did in the second. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Turned on down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Now batting, right fielder, Ramon Flores.
Digging in, Ramon Flores, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's the first pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. A look at the hit totals there into extra innings. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Goes the other way as this is lined to left. In there, a base hit. And that's going to move that go-ahead run to second now with 2 gone. And if you're wondering what's left on the Milwaukee bench, there you get a look at it right there. We'll see if one of those gentlemen is pressed into action here. Hernan Perez will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Hernan Perez.
Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
2 men are on with 2 men out. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Ooh, you might have felt the squeeze on that one. That might just change the whole complexion of the at-bat.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. And no complaint about that one. That's a strike, and it's 1-2. That one misses, and I think a ballpark full of umpires disagrees. It's 2-2.
Well, if he's missing right here, he ain't missing by much. Not getting too many favors behind the plate.
Hit out towards second. Reined in. On to first, and the Brewers are turned away as the inning is over. Brewers strand a couple. This game's all tied at 4. Taylor Youngman will come on here to start the home 10th, and all he's looking to do is get this one to the 11th inning.
Youngman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rene Rivera. He drew a walk his first time up.
First baseman, Rene Rivera.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Presley is under it. 1 down.
You know, once you get into extra innings, every fly ball here makes you go, ooh. But this one didn't have a whole lot behind it, so we're going to keep on playing.
Digging in, Kevin Plawecki. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance.
Yeah, a well-executed bunt his last at-bat, but obviously this time he's swinging away.
And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
That's his strength. He wants to try and come in and jam you, so you've got to be ready to try and turn on something.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Right side hit hard, and that'll find its way into right field for a 1-out single.
There you go. Now that potential winning run is on at first base. I don't think they'll try to bunt him over here either. Not with 1 out already. They'll be open for a gapper to try and end this right here, right now.
David Wright steps into the box. Let's see if they avoid the zone again or try to challenge him here.
Well, I'm sure he'd probably rather hit, but guess what? There's no easier way to improve that on-base percentage.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Pitch is way outside, and he can't even get a glove on it. Throw down to second here is by him and into center field. The tag comes down, and they're going to get him at third. Aggressive base running there following some shoddy defensive play, but it doesn't work out for him. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. 2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Line toward the gap in left center. And this is down for extra bases. And there's your winning run moving into scoring position. The relay throw, and he is out at third base. Boy, a tough pill to swallow there as the potential winning run is out trying to take third, and the inning is over. No winner yet. On to inning number 11 we go, and we are tied 4-4. Aaron Hill comes leadoff man here in the 11th inning.
Third baseman, Aaron Hill.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will get foul for strike 2. A pause and the 0-2. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Swinging a soft liner. And Walker's throw is right there for out number 1.
He's put together 2 spotless innings so far out of the bullpen. I think a third would be above and beyond the call of duty.
Alex Presley stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Pitch on the way. Lays off 1-0.
Yeah, hard to believe that's not a strike. I don't know exactly where that would have missed.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. And he needed extra innings to get it, but there's his first hit of the game, and that'll keep the hit streak alive and kicking.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's amazing, too. When you think about a hit streak, all the luck you need to go along with that tremendous skill. He needed the extra innings, but got them and got it done.
Jonathan Villar stands in as he looks at a called strike. Fastball called for strike 2.
Yeah, that's a different pitch here, but also on the outside corner. Also taken for a strike. So he's got him in a quick 0-2 hole now.
Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
2 strikes.
Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. And a bluff move here to first, but it won't draw a throw. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And another foul ball. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. On a good changeup, a swing and a miss, and he's set down on strikes for the second time today.
And when you know you've got a guy in protect mode up there and he's fouling off pitches left and right, that's when you know you can just keep taking him further and further away. He winds up getting the punch out here on a pitch that's well out of the zone.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. But this is foul for the first strike. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. Just a touch outside, 1-2.
That's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. That couldn't have been an easy take.
Two out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Hit to short. Cabrera's up with it. He'll go the short way to Walker at second for the force, and that ends the inning. Milwaukee leaves 1, still all square at 4 apiece. Wilmer Flores is up off the bench here to start the home half of the 11th as he'll try to get on base as the possible winning run. Chopped in front of home plate. Lucroy gonna have to hurry. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Quick outs are the key at this point in the ball game. Save your bullets. You never know how far you're going to have to go.
Curtis Granderson steps into the box. Let's see if they avoid the zone again or try to challenge him here. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Off-speed pitch, and this one runs in and nearly gets him here.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
1 out, nobody on. A swinging bunt to the mound. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Yeah, and that's not always an easy play for a pitcher, especially when he has to barehand the ball. But luckily, he's got plenty of time out there, so he's able to set himself and then make a good, strong throw.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. Grounded up the first baseline. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Got him.
Picked him up. Nice play.
So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 11 innings in the books now, and we are tied 4-4. Jim Henderson will come on now as he'll take over to start this 12th inning.
Number 15, Jim Henderson.
Ryan Braun will stand in to start out the 12th inning of play, and it starts to become a war of attrition once you've reached this point in the ball game.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where there's some really tired legs out there on both sides. The bullpens have been working overtime. Heck, even the announcers are starting to get a little bit hoarse.
First pitch swinging, as this will be a chance for Walker at second. A quick out number one.
We showed you his numbers a minute ago. It's still early in the season to be worrying too much, but he's definitely off to a slow start. So he's going to need to string together a few good outings to lower that ERA a little bit.
Into the box now, Jonathan Lucroy. He flew out in his last at-bat. Now the pitch. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. Drilled right back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
Well, here we are. It's the second month of the season, and this guy is showing no signs of slowing down. Got himself another multi-hit ball game here.
Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Chris Carter. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. And that misses ball one.
Well, now he's got to be saying, this is the wrong time for that strike zone to start shrinking. You need that to be a strike.
Chased a bad one there, 1-1.
And that's where you're going to have to be with that fastball. Like a lot of power guys, this guy's a pull hitter. So he has a lot of trouble getting out in front of that hard stuff. Kind of comes around that pitch when it's up and away like that.
And that'll get down for a base hit. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Boy, when everything's said and done right here, that's going to move the go-ahead run all the way up to third. That is a bad time to have your defense let you down.
And there's ball four, so the bases are loaded, and we'll see how the infield decides to play it here.
Now batting, pitcher, Taylor Youngman.
Colin Walsh will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
7, Colin Walsh.
Looks like a left-hander has begun to get loose out in that Mets bullpen. And all three runners on the move here. And the squeeze was on, but this one will get foul. And, boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
When you're in a key spot like this, you can't allow yourself to get tied up that badly.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2. Aaron Hill comes to the plate looking to deliver with the bases loaded and 2 men gone.
Well, these are those situations that kids go through in the backyard. Bases juiced, 2 outs. He needs to stay within himself and just focus on making good contact.
And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So the error winds up not costing him as they leave the bases loaded. Still, 1 run can win this thing as we move ahead to the bottom of inning number 12. And we are tied 4-4. Yadiel Rivera will stay in the ball game catching from here out.
Now catching, number 29, Yadiel Rivera.
Will Smith will come on now, and at least they've saved their closer until this deep into extra innings. Michael Conforto struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0-for-4 ball game with a base hit right here. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike one. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. That misses, 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
And he struck him out again. So that's the old sombrero there, partner. 4 strikeouts in the ballgame.
Wow. You know, neither team really seems to want to take command of this ballgame. I mean, this is ripe for the picking. Yet guys are just not coming up with good at-bats right now.
Yoenis Cespedes comes forward as he'll try to replicate what he did back in the 6th, that being a home run, of course. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Here it comes on 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. One out, nobody on. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
2 up, 2 down to start off the bottom half. Starting to look like this one's going to go another inning. Great.
Neil Walker stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Now here's the pitch. First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swinging a ball line softly down the line in right. Foul. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Here it comes. Another one sent foul. Again, a 1-2. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least 1 more. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We'll play as long as it takes. Still tied on the show. Alex Presley steps in to begin the inning.
Center fielder, number 11, Alex Presley.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
Yeah, and even though that's a tough one to get on top of, I think you'd say he got away with one right there. That's in too good a location when the matchup's not in your favor.
And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. Here it comes on 0-2. Sliced hard on the ground. Walker scoops it up, and Walker's throw is in time for out number 1.
Now this deep in extra innings, they're just going to say, hey, this is your game now, pal. We need you to go as long as you can. And at least he started this inning off on the right foot.
Jonathan Villar Ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Bases are empty, one man out. Swing, and he popped him up over in foul territory back behind third. And the catch out there made by Wright for out number 2.
Well, here it is again. Look at him just bury this one right at the letters. And you can see it. He got him to pull off the swing a bit and just pop it straight up.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Hit hard to the right side. Walker takes it in. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Gone in order are the Brewers. Score remains tied at 4. Rene Rivera will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. They'll ride the hot hand on the mound as this man will stay out there after the 1-2-3 inning last time around.
And the more important set of numbers is that he got that 1-2-3 against the guys hitting in the middle of the lineup, 3, 4, and 5. So now as a reward, he'll get the matchup with the bottom portion of the lineup here.
That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. 1 away.
Now batting.
It probably goes without saying, but he'll be unhappy with that at bat. This is a curveball, and Show Track shows you it's right in the strike zone, but all he can do is pop it straight up.
Chase Anderson will come in and pitch now.
For Milwaukee, number 57, Chase Anderson.
In now, Kevin Plawecki. As he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1. One out, nobody on. In the air out toward right field. Flores is in pursuit. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
And this is what it's come to out there now. They've had to turn things over to a starting pitcher here in extra innings. This can have real consequences for your rotation, but they felt like they needed to get him in there.
David Wright digs in at the box following a double in his last at-bat that saw him get gunned down trying to turn it into a triple.
Yeah, well, he wound up getting gunned down, but he did hit the ball well, and he's going to look to do the same thing right here.
Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. Now pitch swung on and missed as they get ahead of right now. 0-2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
And a good 0-2 pitch there, but Wright able to lay off to make it a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, that's a pitch right there that you've got to lay off. You know he's going to throw it on an 0-2, and that's a good job of pitch recognition right there.
And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least one more. Mets go down 1-2-3. This game's all tied at 4. Ryan Braun is set to go at the plate to lead off the top half.
And he's already been on base 3 times in this ballgame, so let's see if he can do it one more time.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And Braun a little too early here, as this one will hook foul into the seats down the left side. Too high. 1-2.
I got to count 1-2.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
Down the third baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball, as that keeps things at 2-2. Set to deal on 2-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. He's set, and the 2-2 pitch. Ripped down the first base line. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
Now batting, catcher, Yadiel Rivera.
Yadiel Rivera will get his first cuts here. Hit hard on the ground to the right. Rivera is up with it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
But just so late on that fastball, and you're not too surprised about that when you're facing a reliever that throws as hard as this guy does. And it's an easy play at first to take it himself for the out.
Here's Chris Carter now. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
In there, and it's 0-2 now.
Real good lateral movement on that 2-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. Still all square at 4 apiece. Juan Lagares will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 12, Juan Lagares.
I tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike 1. Now a swing, and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And reined in, 1 away.
The right fielder, number 3.
This pitch absolutely eats him up. The barrel just sort of drags through the strike zone, and this winds up an easy pop-up to first.
Standing in now, Curtis Granderson. As he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. Bases are empty, one man out. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball, 1-1.
This is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Now a breaking ball runs in on him as he's got to get his hands out of the way on that pitch. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, that's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Presley will range to his left and put it away. 2 down.
And that's just one of the few balls that really hasn't taken off today. And we've seen some balls really jump off the bat so far, but not there.
Into the box as Dribble Cabrera. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And now a pitch on the way. 4-1. To first. Carter fields it cleanly. Onto the bag with it is Carter, and that'll retire the side. Down in order go the Mets. Score remains tied at 4. Jerry Blevins will get a call after all here as he'll come on to pitch in the 15th inning.
Jerry Blevins.
Ramon Flores steps into the box. Let's see if they avoid the zone again or try to challenge him here.
Ramon Flores.
And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. 0-2, here it is. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there, a ball and 2 strikes.
That's a good location for that cutter with 2 strikes. He's either got to take that and hope it's a ball, or he's got to foul that thing off.
Now here's the pitch. Hit hard to short. Cabrera's there. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly.
Well, definitely a throwing error that time. Let's check and see how tough that scoop was. You can see it's kind of right in that border area of whether to turn the glove or not, and he gets it wrong here.
Into the box now, Chase Anderson, and he pops up the bunt attempt. 0-1, here it comes. Trying to get that go-ahead run to scoring position now as he puts this one down. The throw pulls him off the bag.
Now batting.
Well, you know what? There are some plays that just have to be made, especially late in the ball game. And after that defensive breakdown, the go-ahead run's now going to move into scoring position.
So here's Aaron Hill. Sacrifice attempt here. And the throw will come to first, so the sacrifice works as planned.
Well, perfect job there of getting it down. So now that's the go-ahead run right there over at third with just 1 out.
Alex Presley will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And there's ball 4, so the bases are loaded, and we'll see how the infield decides to play it here.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Jonathan Villar.
Jonathan Villar strides forward in a pivotal moment in this one. Tie ball game, bases loaded, but the possibility of an inning-ending double play does exist here. And now the infield shifts into a bunt prevent formation. No surprise with the speed that's at the plate. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And he has broken this one open as this is down for extra bases. 1 run scores. And not in time as the second run scores. And to score is the runner from first. That makes it 7-4.
Well, this inning's been trouble from the start. Something like this just seemed inevitable, and he's going to clear the bases here with a 3-run double, and that gives them a huge advantage here in extra innings.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. Tough spot here for a left-handed hitter, facing a guy that's exceptionally tough on lefties.
Yeah, you generally get so many at-bats against right-hand.
Meanwhile now, the throw to the bag is there, and he is out at third base. Lifted in the air to center field. Cespedes is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So they pick up 3 runs on just 1 hit in the inning, 2 costly errors, and no one left on base. And now this crowd finds their club behind the 8 ball here as they don't want to wind up on the losing end of this thing. Milwaukee leads it 7-4.
Leading up for the Mets.
Leading off the inning, Michael Conforto. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
That's just a highlight reel catch right there. If this one skips by him, you could be looking at some extra bases. So the pitcher's very excited about making that play.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Here comes the 0-1. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. 1 out, nobody on. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1. To 2-2 now. Credit where credit's due. This guy's done a good job out of the bullpen.
No question. He's been able to hold that lead, and these guys really haven't threatened him at all.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Ball 3. 3-2 now. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
Yeah, it's starting to look like he's got this one under control. Just 1 out away now from a big extra inning victory here on the road.
Digging in once again, Neil Walker, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
You know, he's just flat out a better hitter from the left side. He's a switch hitter, but it's no secret this is his favorite side to hit from.
Breaking ball that's cut on and missed for the first strike. swing and a liner. But this is a foul ball. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Man, I'm telling you, we'd be a lot better off if we got paid by the inning. This one seemed to go on forever, but they finally claimed the victory here as they shut the door in the 15th inning.
Time for one last check of the line score in this extra innings victory. And guys, little doubt that the big bat here tonight belonged to this gentleman right here. Chris Carter. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end, this really could have been anybody's award. But what the heck? Let's go ahead and give it to this guy. He's as deserving as anybody.
So that'll just about do it for us. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Brewers win it 7-4. So long from New York.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon. For the victorious Brewers, 7 runs on 19 hits. No errors. They left 17 men on base. For the Mets, 4 runs on 10 hits. 4 errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 27 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon at Citi Field, 45,000. The Mets thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.